What's going on, guys? So I saw that, I won't mention the channel's name, but supposedly Deontay Wilder has mounds and mounds and mounds and mounds and mounds and mounds and mounds of evidence that Tyson Fury cheated. However, he's still going to go through with the third fight, even though Tyson Fury supposedly removed padding from the glove. I'm using an old glove, by the way, to do this experiment. We've got our box cutter. I'm going to show the inside of this. Now I'll get to the point. Even though you can see that this has not been tampered with. So we're going to cut this open right now, live on the camera. Hopefully I can do this. I don't know how I'm going to do this to get this razor blade on the inside of this without cutting myself. Damn, this glove has been through so much. It's sad. It's sad that this glove is about to get for science. So anyways, I don't know the best way to do this. So I'm thinking that maybe I just need to cut the glove down the middle if I can. And then after cutting the glove open, I can go in there and cut it. I just don't want to cut it too much because I want to try to keep at least some integrity of the glove to do it. So now what we're going to do is we're going to move it here. So we're going to stand it up. We're going to go ahead and cut into the glove. All right. That's not working at all. All right, hold on. Let me see if I can cut the inside liner. Yep, the inside liner does cut. We're going into the glove. Okay. We'll go up the glove. And then I can show y'all what the inside of a boxing glove looks like. No idea how long this video is going to be. You know I don't edit, so it's just going to keep going. We're just going to keep cutting. There we go. Foam. We see foam. That's what we're looking for here. All right. Cut more of this. Again, I do not know if I can get to it with this box cutter, but I'm trying. So the point is, maybe it would be best just to cut it straight down, guys. We're going to cut it down. And maybe I can just pull the padding out and then put the padding back in. And if I could pull it out, it's actually my first time ever cutting a glove open. So it's actually in layers. That's kind of cool. There's plastic in here on the inside. It looks like the plastic actually went around the foam. We're learning together, guys. I've never done this. So let's see if I can yank it out. 'Cause that would be the easiest way to do this. And then I could probably, hopefully, shove it back in. Because what I'm trying to see is what a glove actually looks like without padding. There it is. All right. So, with absolutely no padding, this is how a glove would look. This is no padding, by the way. So you can see my fingers. But you know what I'm not noticing? I'm not seeing my knuckles up here. Now, if I pull it, I would have to pull it down to see my knuckles. And the thing about it is, we could even do this. Let's add to it. So I could simulate. This would be real easy to do. So what we're going to do is, I don't have gauze this time around, because this was spur of the moment. But what I do have is boxing wraps. Now, what I can do here is make it real easy, real simple. We're going to put it over the left hand. Let's do 1, 2. What I'm trying to do here, guys, is simulate what it would look like if I had gauze. So that's why I'm doing it like this. And then I'll use the other wrap to go over it to give a real look. This is not the easiest task to do, being that the way that I'm wrapping it is the way that it wants to fall. There we go. All right. Now we're getting it a little bit thicker because I just want to see what it looks like. All right. We're going to simulate this really well. All right. Boom. Let's come back. All right. Let's go back. Let's go here. Let's go here. Like I said, this might be a 10-minute video. I'm not going to edit it. If you stay with it the whole way, we're about to really see if you can see knuckles through it with zero padding. I can always cut out padding and make it less. But, all right, that's pretty good. Hold on, y'all. It's getting, I want to do this legit. I don't want it to be twisted. I don't want it to be crazy. I want it to actually fall right. Okay. So now, what I'm gonna do, it's about a gauze wrap. It's about the same. So now, we'll take our other wrap. And we do this. It's gonna be hard because I'm trying to do it with a clenched fist so that this doesn't do that. All right. I'm actually gonna wrap this a little bit different just so I can hold this, and this will simulate tape and gauze. I can show y'all if y'all ever want me to do a video on how to actually wrap your hands with wraps. I can show y'all, but for the moment, we are going to do this. Now, once I get this going around a couple of times, what I'm not gonna do is go in between my fingers till the very end. I'll only do it one time because normally it's tape and not actually gauze going in between your fingers. So I'm trying to get this as thick and as plump as possible so it simulates the gauze. And this is actually looking a lot like gauze. When I've had my hands wrapped, this is really looking a lot like it. So let's see. Might need to take it back one. Just need to make sure I have enough to go in between each individual finger. Doesn't look like I do because of how thick the gauze wrap is. So let's go, okay, let's go here. Let's go down. I got to catch it from underneath. Okay, here we go. Boom, first one, in between the fingers. This will work. All right, boom, second one, in between the fingers. All right, boom, third one, in between the fingers. All right, now we just bring it around, tie it down. All right, so you can see in between the fingers one time, nothing special. I'm telling y'all, this is about the same. The only difference I'm really feeling here is if you look, just my thumb is pushed out more. Normally this wouldn't be that pushed out. It would be tighter, but the height over knuckle is pretty close. So now let's slide my hand back in there. The first time with no wrap, I couldn't even see anything. So let's see what happens here. And this is completely. So cover my knuckles, just like my knuckles are here. I don't see any knuckles with zero padding. Now, I know people are going to argue, oh, well, the leather's messed up, but the leather up here is not messed up. Nothing. No knuckles from any angle. Even if I take it over the top, I don't see, all I see is that. Again, I'm not seeing any type of anything. I can pull it all the way back to, okay, you can see my bottom knuckles, but where's my top knuckles? They don't exist. There's no padding here. Zero. If you don't believe there's no padding, here's this. So I don't even think I need to cut this down at all, because I just proved without a doubt you cannot see knuckles without padding. Once you do this, it's impossible to see knuckles. What you can see is crease in the leather. You can see light effects, but you can't even see my knuckles here. And I had this argument with another guy on another panel, and he's got his own channel. But what I tried to tell him was, when you're gall wrapped, you can't even see knuckles without gloves on. So if you can't see the knuckles without gloves on, how the hell are you going to see knuckles with gloves on, even if there's no padding? Here you go. All padding removed. Here you go. Live. No funny business. I'm sorry, but I have to call BS to this theory. Now, if Tyson Fury is guilty of something, by all means, he should be stripped of his title. He should be banned from boxing for life and face legal actions if there's real evidence. However, with the disclaimer being put out that he's going to go on for a fight, I don't believe it. I just don't believe it. I don't believe it at all. All right, thank y'all for watching. Let me know what you think in the comments section. I think this has fully been debunked. So I want to add this disclaimer in there before I end the video. The reason why I made the video is for one reason and one reason only. Here's the thing. I believe this is a bunch of clickbait. We've been waiting since what? The last fight ended for this evidence to come out, at least a month after that. How long does it take for this evidence to get released? Every time it's, oh, evidence coming soon, evidence coming soon, evidence coming soon, but the evidence never comes. Secondly, what I really feel in my heart is this. Deontay Wilder won me over as a fan in his defeat. And the trilogy, I would personally, I'm saying this, I would like to see Deontay Wilder win over Tyson Fury. I know Wilder has said some things that people don't agree with, but overall, seeing the dirty tactics that Fury did, which were within the realms of not cheating, let me say that right now before there's a soundbite is used against me, they were within the realms of normal boxing, dirty tactics like pushing his head down, putting him in a headlock, stuff like that. By Tyson doing that repeatedly against an already beat man, he lost me. I don't want to say a fan, but he really lost me a lot with doing those tactics when they weren't needed here. I already had the fight won. There was no point in doing that. So with this trilogy, I personally would like to see Deontay Wilder win. To go further with that is, I saw the heart of a champion. I saw a guy who was unwilling to go down no matter how badly he got beat up, to the point where a towel had to come in to save him from himself. I like that. Even though he was losing, fighter spirit, you can't teach heart, and he's got heart. Can he beat Tyson Fury? It's highly unlikely, but this is what I want to say with that statement being made. What people are doing is they're setting Deontay Wilder up for the end of his career. Pretty much that's what it is. Because when and if Tyson Fury beats the dog shit out of him in the third fight, beats him just as badly or even worse, then there are no more excuses. Then you have to realize all these lies that were being created were just that, lies. And then you got to ask yourself, why were lies being created? Because maybe Wilder wasn't that skilled to begin with. That's what's going to happen if he gets beat even worse. Because now, with all this spotlight, supposed cheating conspiracy theories, there will be no room for error. There will be no room for cheating. So with that being said, if Tyson Fury does the same thing that he did in the second fight, then that's the end of Wilder. He is truly exposed, if you want to say that. If Wilder comes out there and beats Fury, this is what they're hoping for, because then, and I say them, meaning the people who are pushing the narrative, the people who are really doing it for clickbait, then what it does is it discredits Tyson Fury's greatness, because if Wilder wins in the third fight, people are going to be like, oh, he cheated, he was never any good. So really what it's doing is, it's hurting both guys' legacies. Because if Wilder loses in the third one, then it just makes him look even more like he was never anything. Y'all put all this emphasis on what Tyson Fury was doing illegally, loaded gloves, no padding, floppy glove, etc., that if Wilder loses, that's it. His career is done. Whereas if nothing would have been said, the third fight would have went on, he would have lost again, then most people would be like, he just lost to the better man. Tyson Fury very well could be the best fighter of this generation. He ended Klitschko's reign. He ended Wilder's reign. And he very well could end AJ's reign, if you want to say AJ has a reign, being that he did lose to Ruiz, but he got his belt back. He could be the guy that's just above everybody, and it's not anything to say Wilder's bad or Wilder's good. It's just Tyson Fury's the best. That's all it could be. But again, by pushing these narratives, it only makes both fighters look bad. It takes away from the greatness of Tyson Fury, and it also takes away from the greatness of Deontay Wilder beating this guy. That is a better comeback story. Wilder got a draw. Most believe that Tyson Fury won. Tyson Fury comes back to dominate him into a 7th round corner stoppage. Then you have the third fight against all odds. Wilder comes back and beats arguably the most skilled boxer of the era. That's what a legacy is built on. That is better for Wilder than all this cheating stuff. It just, in my opinion, it just hurts him all the way around. Hit up the comment section. Let me know if y'all agree or disagree. If you made it this far, it's probably like a 16, 17-minute video by now. If you like the video, give it a thumbs up. Dislike, give it a thumbs down. If you really like the video, subscribe to the channel because that is what helps me out the most. And when you sub to the channel, hit that ding, 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 ding notification bell. That way you can get updated when I drop the newest content like this.